You're listening to Talkline with Zev Brenner, America's premier Jewish broadcast on the air since 1981.
And now, here's your host.
Welcome back to the program. I'm Zev Brenner. I was recently at the Jerusalem Post conference in New York, and I sat at a table. Two very interesting ladies were there, and they have a company called Holy Gems. That's right. You know that Israel is a center for diamonds and a center for high technology, but you know that for gems, Israel is now becoming a center. Tali Shalem Taub, I should say, is the CEO of a company called Holy Gems. She's an Orthodox Jewish woman. She has three boys, third generation Israeli pioneer jewelers, but her new company is Holy Gems, the world's only jewelry inlaid with natural precious color gems mined exclusively from the Holy Land of Israel. Welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Zev. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. I enjoyed you listening to you speak at the Jerusalem Post conference because yours is a very interesting story about bringing Israel's lot to offer, including gems. There's a connection to the Lubavitcher Rebbe, which we'll get to. But now you're a third generation of dealing with Israeli jewelry and jewelers. So how did the Holy Gems come about? What is Holy Gems?
Well, it started more than 20 years ago when my father established a company for exploration and mining for precious gems in Israel. It was the first time in history that anybody ever tried that before. And he did it based on the words of the Rebbe, of the Lubavitcher Rebbe. He heard that the Lubavitcher Rebbe said that in northern Israel there are precious gems. So he took these words literally, and he started this journey. In 2020, we finally got the first ever certificate of discovery, meaning that from the state of Israel, meaning that we found an economic deposit of precious gems in Israel, so we can start, marketing them to the world for the first time. So this was the point when we established Holy Gems, which is our brand, our jewelry brand, which is gonna be exclusive. I mean, anyone who wants to buy a precious gem from Israel, it's through this brand, because we strategically decided that we want to maintain the control to be able to give the end customer a certificate of origin, which is the most valuable element of our gems, besides their beauty and their rarity and their uniqueness. But the origin is something that was never.
So where exactly did you find the gem? It took there was your father listened to what the Lubavitcher Rebbe said. Took him 20 years before it came to fruition. He found gems. In which part of Israel did he find these holy gems?
Our license and permits are spread over the Carmel Mountain and the Kishon River. They are near Haifa. If you know this area, Zvulun Valley.
Now, you found some gems that are unique to Israel. Tell us about that, because obviously you have gems that are mined throughout the world, but you have found something that's rare, that's limited to the state of Israel. So tell us about that particular gem.
Right. We have regular sapphires, as you said. We have garnets. We have spinels, although professional people that see them say that they have something different than other places in the world. But our most unique gem is Carmel sapphire, which is consists of sapphire, the mineral corundum, which is the basis mineral of sapphire, but it also has inclusions that were never found anywhere else in the world. And all the scientists that were involved in this, they were amazed by the fact that these kind of minerals, which are new to science, could be become gems in our.
In other words, you have to use technology to make it into gems, is what you're saying.
No.
Oh, you find the actual gems.
Yeah, the gems were found in the depth of Israel, of the land of Israel. So once we found it, the scientists who collaborate with us on this project, so they said it's a new minerals to science. It was nominated in 2018 as Mineral of the Year by the International Mineralogical Association.
Oh, okay.
But it's new. So, but beside the fact that it's new, you find a lot of new minerals all the time. But beside the fact that it's new, it was the formation. Gems are created deep in the land under great pressure. You need great pressure and kind of temperature and things like that to form these gems. It's from diamonds and regular sapphires, whatever. These gems need to be formed in a specific heat and pressure, and the conditions that had to be in order to form this kind of a gem are something that the scientists cannot explain. It's like out of nature,
In other words, you need certain conditions for gems to be produced by nature, and you're saying that here they can't figure out what those conditions are, but they found the gems anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a fact that they exist, and they nominated it Mineral of the Year and everything, but still they don't have answers to how these conditions happen on our Earth.
So let me ask you the question. So you were introducing something new. You found some gems that are unique to Israel that you're promoting. How is the company doing? Are people buying? I know diamonds, have ups and downs. How is Holy Gems doing as far as creating a new market for gems found in Israel?
Well, like every new brand, you have to educate the public and tell them that first of all, that you exist. Second of all, that what you say is, genuine, and you have all the credentials to show it. And once you do, they buy. It's a fact. That people really love this connection. And once they see the gems in their eyes, I can't explain the way that, people look when they see the jewel for the first time. It's something emotional. It's very, very unique.
Now, how expensive are the gems compared to other jewelry?
Well, we like any other rare, unique product. So, nobody can copy it. You can't find it anywhere else. It has its price. It's more than the prices of these particular gems, besides our special gems that you can find only here. Also, the regular gems are a bit more expensive than the regular, what you can find in Africa, let's say. For a sapphire from Africa is not something that costs like a sapphire from the United States, and not like something that comes from the Holy Land. The origin when it comes to color gems as opposed to diamonds, although also diamonds have, all the regulations and things like this. But for color gems, the origin is very important. It has its own role.
Probably have a limited amount, right? Diamonds you can have in abundance. These gems, I assume, correct me if I'm wrong, that you only have a limited amount of these gems?
Very limited. Very, very limited.
And does it replenish itself in the size that you found the gems? In other words, if you use the gems now, does it replenish itself?
Replenish, explain.
And replenish meaning that, after you use it, does it grow again? Does nature produce more of it?
Well, like any other mining in the world, you open a mine or you declare economic deposits. Once you know what you have in there, which is established on certain statistics, based on the research that we did all these years. So we know in average what we're gonna get out of the deposit that we found, and we have other deposits in different stages of development. So we know statistically and so how much we're gonna have, but it's much less than what you have in other.
And that makes it rare and precious.
Yeah.
And now you said you found this around the Haifa area. Are you looking at other parts of Israel for these gems or other gems that are unique to the country?
What we found so far is those gems. We have 4 gems we're already marketing. These are the gems that we talk about. We have other minerals that
you're developing?
We have other minerals that we found. We didn't found them yet in economic quantities that can be, sold, or in sizes that can be polished for jewelry, but we know that they exist there. For example, we have the moissanite. It's a moissanite?
No, what is that?
It's what been used these days. They use when they do artificial diamonds. Usually, they do. It's called the moissanite, which is a certain way of. In nature, it's a mineral which is shinier than diamond. So that's why when they do it artificial, they use the same chemical ingredients. But in nature, this gem was found only in. The biggest gem piece, that was found in the world of moissanite was found in Israel. We have a world record from Bern University about this.
Wow, that's amazing. It's on a lot of. You were just at the beginning of some new things. So, So you're educating the public in Israel. I assume you're going to do the same thing in the United States to what holy gems is. So how do people buy holy gems in Israel or anywhere?
They can buy us through the internet. We have a website, gems.com. And we have also.
It's a holy dash. So I'll repeat, it's holy-gems.com.
Right.
And people have one showroom in Israel, correct?
And we have one showroom in our, which is close to our mining operational center. And people that come there can go through a guided tour to all the stages of sorting the soil and finding the gems, which is a very unique experience in itself. So we have a big showroom there, and we're opening in the next few months. We're going to open a new branch in Jerusalem and hopefully in other cities, big cities in the world, where we have the audience who are interested in our very, very unique.
I can see people, and I can see Jews in America, I see Christians interested. I think there's a big market for Holy Land.
That's true. We also have a lot of interest from other religions as well. It's not Jewish per se, it's the Holy Land or Israel is very interesting for other religions also.
Mrs. Tali Shalem Taub, an Orthodox Jewish woman from Israel, mother of 3 boys, but she is the CEO of a brand new luxury jewelry brand called Holy Gems that bills itself as the world's only jewelry inlay with natural precious colored gems mined exclusively from the Holy Land of Israel. So Tali, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Zev. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for tuning in to Talkline with Zev Brenner, America's premier Jewish broadcast, the pulse beat of the Jewish community.
For continuous Jewish programs, TalklineNetwork.com, or our 24-hour-a-day listen line at 641-741-0389. For past shows, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, Instagram, and all major podcast platforms, or jewishpodcast.org. Thanks for listening to the TalklineNetwork.com.